everyone, Tetra85 here, and today I thought about making a FIFA 21 experiment video, and this video is going to pertain to FC Schalke, which this past Tuesday have been relegated from the Bundesliga for the first time in 33 years. And that got me thinking, there have been quite a few good players that have come through Schalke or have went to other clubs. And that got me thinking, you know what? What if they never got rid of their best players? What if either they were left on a free, or they got sold, or whatever happened, or loaned out or whatnot? But today I thought I'd make this video. Hopefully it comes out pretty good. This is the first of many experiment videos that I want to do for FIFA 21, and I figured what better way to start off this series than by playing as a team. Well, I actually won't be playing any game, but I'll be doing an experiment video on FC Schalke and see what would happen if they kept their best players. So, but without further ado, hopefully you guys are having a good day. But yeah, we're gonna get into this here. You can see we got 20 million in transfer budget and 100 grand in wages, which we will not touch the transfer budget. I actually disabled the transfer budget in the opening window. And you can see we are going to be managing as Felix Magath, which was, he was manager for them back in the early, mid-2000s, and actually got sacked in March of 2011 and got replaced by Ralf Rangnick, who helped Schalke reach the semifinals of the Champions League in the 2010-11 season. So, but yeah, we'll manage as the legendary Felix Magath. And as far as objectives, they want us to reach the semifinal. Look for a striker, we're not really concerned about that. And the league objective, they want us to qualify for the Champions League. So the board has some lofty ambitions for us, but, and you can probably see why as I'm going to show you the squad right now. Now, I'm just going to show you guys the bench and the starting 11, but as you can see, here are starting 11 here of players, the best players that have come out of Schalke, which I do have to apologize. I don't know why I'm talking like a moron throughout this video, but yeah, you can see here Leroy Sané starts out on the left wing. Of course, now he plays for Bayern Munich after leaving Manchester City. Mbolo, some people consider him a failed wonder kid, but right now he's playing for Borussia Mönchengladbach. Julian Draxler was a member of Schalke at one point. Now he plays for PSG. Ivan Rakitic, which a lot of people associate him with Barcelona and Sevilla, but he did spend some time for FC Schalke. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, most people know him for playing with Southampton, got transferred to Tottenham early this season, but he did play for Schalke. Of course, Leon Goretzka was a wonder kid when he was with Schalke, now one of the best midfielders known in the Bundesliga, but in Europe, of course, playing for Bayern Munich along Leroy Sané. And speaking of Bayern Munich, probably noticed this big guy right here, Manuel Neuer, seems like he's been with Bayern Munich since forever, but he did begin his career at FC Schalke before he did move to the German Giants. But you'd see here, if I can move over there, Joel Matip, currently playing for Liverpool, was a centre-back for FC Schalke. Now, Thilo Kehrer, now, he's not really, he plays for PSG, though you could argue he's not really a huge part of the PSG squad, but I figured, you know what, put somebody in as right back, which is better than the right back that that was in the starting 11. That is Stambouli, which he's not even on. Is he on the bench? No, he's not. But you'd see Philip Max taking over the left back spot over Bashir Noxipa, which also in the reserves. Again, I apologize for me stuttering and stammering and talking like a moron. I don't understand what's going on with me, but anyway, you look at the bench here, you can see Ralf Behrman, who's currently a member of Schalke, was out on loan at Norwich City for a season. Nastia Nastasic, who back in FIFA 15 and 16 was a good career mode centre-back to purchase, who had a good potential, not so much anymore. John Joe Kenny spent, I believe, a season out on loan on Schalke before returning back to Everton, where he currently is. Omar Mascarell is a current member of Schalke. Weston McKennie was originally out on loan with Juventus at the beginning of the season, but Juventus made his deal permanent in the middle of the season. Marco Piazza, who is a player for Juventus, who I believe is currently out on loan at Genoa right now in Serie A. And Mark Uth, who is a current Schalke player, who is making that on the bench. But like I said before, I'm not going to focus too much on the reserves because I'm just mainly going to be simulating through this entire season, and hopefully we get some good results here. So without further ado, we'll just go ahead and just sim to the end of the season. No, my biggest worry of simming to the end of the season is whether or not we lose our jobs or not, but we'll see. If we lose our jobs in the middle of this, then we just fail the experiment, that's all, But yeah, we will be simming throughout the season. But yeah, for the first time in 33 seasons, there will not be a Riviera Derby in the Bundesliga next season, which for those of you that may not be familiar with German football, the Riviera Derby is the derby between Schalke and Borussia Dortmund. One of the most hotly contested rivalries in all of Europe. I don't think they're quite as big as like the Old Firm or the Manchester Derby or the Merseyside Derby or even the Milan Derby, but it's a pretty big one, especially if you're in Germany. Of course, it's not nearly as big as the Klassiker between Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund, but Schalke has had some recent success, though. Poor decisions by the board and spending money in all the wrong places that pretty much led to their undoing and the ultimate relegation, which, like I said, was confirmed this past Tuesday with a 1-0 loss to fellow relegation battlers, Arminia Bielefeld, which I am thinking about doing a career mode on eventually for FIFA 21. I've always had a little bit of a soft spot for Bielefeld, which I'm very happy that they got promoted, but very sad that Hamburg did not get promoted, and at the time of recording this, it's looking very shaky that Hamburg will get promoted this season. So they could potentially be facing a fourth successive season in the second tier of German football. But I don't want to ramble on Hamburg. I want to be pretty much focused on Schalke. But yeah, Schalke has pretty much been a staple of the Bundesliga for as long as I remember. Last time they got relegated, like I said, was 33 years ago, which was around 1988 or so. And they were, back in the day, back in the 80s, they were relegated 3 times, so people wouldn't know it now, but at one point Schalke was considered a bit of a yo-yo team in Germany. But since in recent times become a staple of German football. And it's going to be weird not seeing them in the top flight starting next season. And like it's been weird not seeing Hamburg in the top flight after being never relegated, which, again, I'm going back to talk about Hamburg, but it's just weird that you get a lot of these traditional teams that are going down. Even in the Premier League, the most recent example I can think of off the top of my head was Aston Villa, who up until they got relegated like 4 or 5 years ago had spent every season in the Premier League. And to see them play in the Championship after being in the top flight after so long was a bit of a shock. And even Southampton, back when they got relegated back in the 2004-2005 season, was a bit of a shock, considering that they spent like almost 30 continuous seasons in the top flight of English football. But yeah, you're going to see a little bit of a changing of the guard as to who the established teams are in some of these leagues and who isn't anymore. You can see a lot of the clubs that spent a lot of their history outside of the top flight becoming staples of their own. I know RB Leipzig is a classic example in the German league. They got promoted not all that long, like 5 or 6 seasons ago. Now they've become not only a staple of the German Bundesliga, but they have been Champions League contenders and also title contenders. So, but yeah, you're getting to see a change of the new guard here. You can see we're getting close to the end of the season. We haven't got sacked yet, so that's a big plus. Gonna be approaching May. But yeah, this wasn't meant to be a real long video, so hopefully you guys aren't gonna be too sad about that. But anyway, I'm curious to see where we finish. So what will happen if Schalke what would have happened if Schalke would have kept their best players? We would have finished second. Borussia Dortmund finishing as league champions. Bayern Munich finishing third, which is a bit of a surprise. And yeah, it's us, Dortmund, Leverkusen, and Bayern Munich finishing in the top four. Mönchengladbach and RB Leipzig will be playing in the Europa League. And the teams end up getting relegated to Bielefeld and Union Berlin. Stuttgart will be playing a promotion relegation match. But let's see how we did in the DFB-Pokal. We did not make the final. We did not make the semifinals. We did not make the quarterfinals. But we got knocked out in round 3 to the eventual finalists. So that's a little bit nice to see. You see Sevilla beating Bayern Munich on penalties, which is a bit of a surprise. Champions League was won. Well, it wasn't won. It's going to be contested between Barcelona and Manchester City. And Europa League will be contested between Arsenal and Valencia. So, but yeah, let's just see real quick how the squad has grown, if at all. Embolo went up to 79. Draxler dropped to 79. Rakitic grew to an 84. Matip grew to an 84. Sane, not Leroy Sane, but Salif Sane grew to an 81. Neuer grew to a 90. What about the bench? McKennie is at a 76. Nastasic, was Nastasic a 77 or was he 78? I'm not sure, but Uth dropped to 75 and Piazza grew to 76, so not a whole heck of a lot of growth, but I'm pretty satisfied with how that went. Hey, Ryan. Let me just see some of the stats here real quick. I'm not looking at I'm not reading the messages because there's really no point of reading them. Let's see. Top goal scorer, Robert Lewandowski, top goal scorer. In other news, the sky is blue and the grass is green. But you can see Leroy Sane finishing in the top 5 with 16 goals, which is very impressive. Ivan Rakitic finishing with 6 assists, our top assister. Leroy Sane tied with him with 6. Manuel Neuer finishing as top clean sheet getter with 14, one above both Gulaxi, Leipzig, and Kevin Trapp and of Frankfurt, and Roman Bürki of Borussia Dortmund. You can see yellow cards and red cards, which I don't really care about. DFB-Pokal. Don't really see anybody from Schalke here. Bergstaller got an assist for us. We don't even have anybody for clean sheets, so... But yeah, the DFB-Pokal was a little bit of a disappointment. We did not meet the objective of reaching the semifinals, but we did qualify for the Champions League. As not only did we do that, but we finished runners-up, so... But yeah, if Schalke would have kept their best players, at least in terms of this particular experiment, they would have finished as runners-up behind Borussia Dortmund, so... And I would say that this video was considered a success. But, yeah, I do plan on doing other teams in this particular series of what if so-and-so had kept the best players. And I think it's a fun idea. I know a lot of FIFA career mode YouTubers do this as well, and I think it's pretty fun. I figured I'd try it out for myself and doing a team that is an actual strife right now in Schalke, who just got recently relegated. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you guys are excited about the prospect of me turning this into a series. So... let me know what you guys think about this, if you guys like this, if you didn't. I don't care what the opinions are, let me know how you feel about it. I'm looking forward to doing more of these type of videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys again next time.